This is Jeremiah with Porsche Detroit North, and today we are taking a closer look at this 2019 Cayenne with an exterior in purple and the interior being a Mojave beige. This one comes to us with about 55,000 miles, just over 55,000 miles on it. Exterior is actually in really good condition, so we'll jump right into it. The purpose of this video is really to show more of the condition of this vehicle here. So we'll start over here at the front. Now this car does not have any paint protection film on it at all. However, doesn't seem to have very much road rash at all either. Only thing I see on the front would be right about here. Kind of a little brush mark there. You're not seeing that really from the road or even from standing here, but when I get up close on it, when you wash the car right, you'll notice that it's there. The hood seems to be in great shape. Got a little bit of, that's a little bird poo on there. It just started raining, so I pulled it inside. So did my partner back there. He ended up pulling a 911 in because it just started raining when I started this video. Yeah, hood's in great shape. I've got headlights also and looking pretty good. So you can see that there's just kind of a little dust on the front of them, but I have no fogging on the inside of the lights. Moving on to the passenger side, we're looking at that front fender there. No dents, damage, or anything like that. Coming over to that front passenger wheel, I will note a small bit of curb rash here. Actually, it's not curb rash. Looks like that. Could be a little rash from when they put tires on it or something along those lines. Speaking of which, let's look at the tire date on this car. 2/9/24. Those tires, I want to say probably are coming close to their 50% mark. Small bit of curb rash right here. The entire body of this car, though, especially for its year, is in immaculate shape. I don't have anything to note. Passenger door, perfect. Rear passenger door, also perfect. I'm seeing, what's that? This tiny little speck right here is all I'm seeing on this rear passenger door. From the street, again, you're not seeing it. Here's our rear passenger tire, or rear passenger wheel and tire. A little more tread life on this rear tire. Curb rash, I'm not seeing any on here. Coming around to the back side. There we go. So we're looking at maybe a garage door, some type of signs of use right here though. So you can see that from the street, see? So you can definitely still see that there. Let's pop the trunk in just while we're here. Inside the trunk looks really nice. Good action on that tailgate. All right, coming around to the driver's side here. Right here on that bumper, I'm seeing a little, that's just a little scuff. It actually buffs out, never mind. That's not in the paint. Here's that rear wheel on the driver's side. That one's in good shape. It's got a little dirt in it, sure. A little bit of, what do you call it, brake dust. However, no curb rash, which is a plus for me. Another little nick. We got twin rear doors. They both have a little small nick in them. But again, from 5-6 feet, you're not seeing that. Driver door, perfect. Almost perfect. What is that? So a little bit here. It's a little bit of a kind of a little door ding rash or something along those lines. It's not dented, just the paint's kind of been impacted on that side there. And last but not least, we have the driver's side front wheel, also in great shape. A little tiny bit of curb rash up top here. Nothing horrible though. I'll jump in the back seat. A lot of those high-touch wear points is usually where I like to start. Just the door itself looks really good to me. Looks pretty mint almost. Nice thing about, I don't know, the American SUV, or this isn't American, but an SUV in America typically is that person is the only one that's in the car. So usually the rear seat is going to be almost mint condition. Looking pretty good. It's a little bit of a wave right here starting here though. See that in the leather? quad zone climate control with rear heated seats. And as you can already kind of see a little bit of the ambient the ambient light controls. So this one, it looks like it's set to blue. Looks pretty cool. All right, moving up to this driver seat, we're gonna look again at some of these little high touch wear points. It's actually looking really, really good, especially for a 6-7-year-old car. Looking at that driver seat here. Driver seat seems to be in really nice shape. I don't see a bunch of buckling or anything like that on this this lap bolster, so to speak. Flat that back a little bit. The driver seat looks pretty good. Yeah, that's actually, especially for a tan car, I'm probably gonna get that driver seat for its age. I'm probably giving this driver seat maybe an 8.5 out of 10. That's a really nice looking driver seat. Right here, that kick plate, not very many scuff marks. You could tell that whoever had this car before actually cared about the fact that they had this car. They did not really beat this car up. I mean, what happens, right? Like, life happens while you're moving around day to day, but you can tell that this was not, I don't think this car was ever treated as if, or taken advantage of, or treated as if, you know, it was just a means to an end. I think this car was really well cared for. That's the passenger seat. And so, of course, passenger seat, just like the back seat, it's going to look much better than even the driver's seat. And the driver's seat is, again, it's going to be probably top 5, especially for the year. And in my opinion, it's a very nice condition for the driver's seat. Steering wheel is also in great shape. As you can see, we have that GT Sport steering wheel. If you have a Porsche and you don't have a GT steering wheel, you're missing out. This is definitely the wheel to go with every single time. We can check the miles here really quick. 555,313. Screen is, of course, you can see operable, and you can see the approach on the screen as soon as it activates, as soon as my hand gets close to it, which is a really nice thing. That gear selector also in great shape. I mean, really good shape for the gear selector. Don't have a bunch of scratches here on my touch pit, on that touch plate. All of my buttons are working exactly the way that they're supposed to. Notice that doesn't really do anything until I press and hold. That is how you turn the traction control off. But all the other buttons, they wake up and operate right away. Turn some of those off. There we go. All right, so hopefully this gives you a better idea of the condition of this vehicle as it sits. Did not show you the sunroof. My mistake, let me show you that. So we got a big panoramic sunroof, and that works as it should. And that's just gonna continue to go back. But yeah, as it stands, phenomenal value. Definitely a great value. I'm going to give it, I mean, the condition of this thing for being as old as it is, and especially for being a family hauler. Wow. I mean, think about your family hauler at 7 years old. You're probably not beating this Cayenne here. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of, you know, what you'd be considering. Feel free to reach back out to me via email, text, or otherwise. I will talk to you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.